Hi, everybody. It's Amy Richmond. Some of you may remember me from youth meetings. Some of you might not have met me because I did miss a few youth meetings when I was out of town. But I am one of your Thrive Student Ministry leaders. I'm wearing one of our cool new t-shirts because I have to show those off. It helps me to stay connected and think about you guys when we're wearing our t-shirts with our cool new logos. So just wanted to let you know that we are here for you and that we care about you. And that we want to stay connected with you with technology. And so that's what you're going to see today is a series of videos from us that say, hey, we care about you. These are short videos, won't take long to watch. And it's just something that we want to do because we want you to know how much we're thinking about you during this time. Even though we're isolated, we can be connected. You'll see all of the youth leaders in this first slide. Again, I'm Amy. My husband is Neil. Most people remember him from his Australian accent. And I have all of the rest of us there as well. If you know me, then you know I like to joke around. And even though I barely met Sean just this year, I like to joke around with him. So honestly, you probably all know that's not his picture. Neil loves to watch Australian rules football, even though he's been here for 30 years. And I froze a screenshot and told Sean, hey, here's the Australian version of you, just to joke around with him the other day. So anyway, I wanted to tease him again. So there's the actual Sean. And so now you have all of your youth leaders here ready to stay connected with you. And one way that we're going to do that is we're going to talk about how important it is to stay on a routine. You know, Dan's been talking about how important it is to address things like anxiety and depression. It's something I battle as well. I'm going to be super authentic in this video and tell you that it's something that we all struggle with, adults and teens alike. So I want to just hit it head on and say one way to really combat that and stay on track is to stay on a routine with healthy habits. There are things that you can do for your physical health, things that you can do for your mental health, things that you can do for your spiritual health, and they all really affect each other. So if you stay all positive in all of those areas, that will really help you, your mental, physical, and spiritual health. So I'm going to talk a little bit about your spiritual health today with something that we all have access to if you have a phone or if you have a computer, but specifically a smartphone, is something called YouVersion. I love this Bible app because I think it's really helpful and really easy to use. It's the easiest thing I've ever used. I don't think I could live without it because it makes it really, really easy for us to find Bible passages and to make it a part of our daily life. So I want to show you a little bit about that first by just giving you some screenshots of my phone. I have an iPhone, but if you have something that's not an iPhone, it's still accessible, whether it's on an Android or whatever smartphone you have. You can see at the top, I have mine already right here at the top. But if you don't, all you have to do is go to your app store. As you see in this section, you can go to your search. And when you click search, you just type in YouVersion Bible app, and you have at the top the Holy Bible app. Now, right here, it will say get for you, but for me, it says open because I already have it. I just want to give you a window into the dashboard here. You'll have an account. You can put your picture, profile, and everything. And then down at the bottom, you'll see your choices of home, read, plans, or search. So I'm talking a little bit about each of those areas. First, here's my profile. You can make your profile your own. That's what I really like. You can add pictures. You can talk about yourself. I'm super brief. I just say I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher, and I'm a child of God. Those things are all true. I don't think you can take any of those things away from me. So I want to show you something quickly. If you look back where it says highlights, if I come across a verse that I like, all you have to do is click and highlight it, and it automatically saves everything you've ever highlighted. If you know me very well, you know my absolute favorite verse is at the top, Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of those who love God. And that's really important because we go through times that don't seem very good. And every time I've ever done that, it might not be until later on, but every time I've done that and gone through something that doesn't seem very good and I don't understand why I'm going through it, it really, truly does work together for good. So that's my absolute favorite verse ever. So I highlighted it. You can also create images. If you look, that one's kind of long, but I sent that to a friend who was in the hospital. And it's just a way that you can be creative and help to remember some important verses to you. You also have friends, just like you can with social media. You can add friends. By the way, this Rob Bell is not the Rob Bell that some of you know with Christian videos. It's an actual person named Rob Bell. That's one of my husband's clients. So we stay connected. But you have a friends list right there, and you can add friends just as though you would on social media. You can also add a prayer list. If you notice, it even asks you, not sure what to pray for, you can click in there and it can help give you suggestions. So it's a really awesome feature. And then the other thing, if you look down at the bottom where it says read, when I move it, I think it'll cover it. Yeah, but right here where it says read, it makes it so easy to find the verse and the chapter and the book that you want of the Bible. So, of course, there's my Romans 8. That's the last thing I looked at. But what I really love is if you look up in the corner, right next to the book of the Bible, you see the version of the Bible. I love the Message version because it's easy to read. If you are new to reading the Bible and you're like, I can't understand those words, I don't know what it means, change your version because it'll help you to relate to it. I really love the Message. It's probably my favorite version, but I do look at other versions. So if you look there, that's just a few of the common versions, but there are so many different kinds of versions. Something that's like the Message version, if you look down at toward the bottom, is the Common English version. So just play around with those versions and see what works for you. The other thing is your books of the Bible, when you click read, if you look at the bottom, I have it clicked on alphabetical because I want to know if I'm looking for a specific Bible verse, I want to alphabetically find it really quickly. If you're familiar with your Bible and you've memorized the order that it's in, you can go with the traditional version and it'll put it in the order that you need. And then next, what I absolutely love and what I want to focus on today is sometimes people don't know what part of the Bible to read. You know, it seems overwhelming. For me, that happens a lot. So what I like to do is find a plan. There are so many different Bible plans available for any topic of interest to you and of any length. For me, I like to change things up a lot. So I like to choose the 5 or 7 day plans because it stays fresh in your mind. What I love, you can see some of the plans right here. When you say my plans, you can see some of the plans that I finished, some of the plans that I'm in the middle of. I like to do multiple plans at once. The other thing I want you to notice too, this is super important, I really hope you do it, is there's something like if you look at Lies Young Women Believe, I think it's probably my most favorite. Sorry, guys, it really doesn't apply very much to you, but Lies Young Women Believe, I studied with my daughter and my mom and a couple of my daughter's friends, and you actually can study that as a group. You can comment at the bottom together and go through that plan together and stay connected in that way, even when you're apart. The other thing is, if you're not sure what plans, you can click Find Plans. You can see that there are topics available that they preset. If you see, there are more topics there. But you could also search for plans. So let's say, you know, like we're talking about anxiety right now, that's popped up to the top. I might have searched that so that I could send some to students if they wanted it. But if you look at the search, you can search for whatever type of topic you want. Anxiety and depression are things that are often battled together. So there you go. You can do that. There are some plans that if you're new to your faith, there are some dating plans, really important for those of you who are in that phase of your life right now. Some really good topical ones that are really current and very authentic and real and addresses the issues that really are important to you, and they're not afraid to bring up any of those topics. There's addiction. A lot of us battle with addiction, no matter what your age. If you have it available to you and you want to send it to someone that you know it could help, that's an option that you can do. You can send a plan to a friend. You can work a plan yourself. And by the way, when you choose, let me see if that's on the next screen. So just more plans there. But I want to show you when you choose. Oh, there's teens, anything for teens that you see, different plans. But I want to show you that when you choose a plan, you can read about it. And oh, my screen didn't scroll down enough. But at the very bottom, you can choose, after you say start the plan, it says, do you want to choose this plan alone or with others? If you choose with others, you can go with a friend. If you choose alone, then it's just for you. And then after you choose alone, it also asks another important question. Do you want others to be able to see that you are studying this? Now, two things about that. I always let people see what I'm studying because I want to see that the true, authentic me. You may have something that's private to you, and you can say, I want to study this privately. Just as a side note, when I see that my kids, because I'm friends with them, have completed a plan or started a plan, I always like it. And I say, oh, I'm so proud of you. They don't like that very well, but I can't help it. I'm proud of my kids, and I'm proud of you guys when you're in the Word and studying things and using biblical guidance for the topics that are important to you. So going back to our profile, you can edit your profile however you want, picture, description, any of those things, your email, things like that. And you can also see the other things right here. You have your prayer list right at your fingertips. Verse of the day will come to you if you choose your notifications to be on. So not only do you have Dan sending you a cool verse of the day every day, but you could have the Bible app actually sending you important verses of the day. And as a side note, they always seem to be about something that's important to me. God kind of hits me with the words that I need to hear when I need to hear them. So let's see if that happens with you as well. Again, make sure you can add friends. You can add friends in a variety of ways. For example, Karen, I'm going to use you as an example. Let me go back. You can add any friends who are already on the Bible app. So you'll have a list of all of your contacts who are on the Bible app. But Karen, I noticed, hadn't subscribed to this particular Bible app. So you can still be friends with her because you can invite her to it. Now, you know how that happens. They pre-fill it. I love the YouVersion Bible app. I think you would too, and it has the link. I never liked that. I never liked the words that they put in my mouth. So I go ahead and I change everything except the link. And I just said, hi, Karen, I'm showing students the Bible app, and I wanted to show them how I could invite you to it as well. If you like this app, click the link below. So that's more personal. Okay, so we're talking about when you can do this. Guys, it doesn't take long. These plans aren't huge hour-long plans. There's something you can probably do in 10 minutes a day. So one thing you can do is when you wake up, before you even get out of bed, who doesn't spend 10 minutes waking up, especially now when you don't have to physically go to school? So it could be first thing you do when you wake up is to go ahead and check out your plan or your Bible app. You can do it when you go to bed. If you're a night owl like me and you need to wind down before you go to sleep, do it 10 minutes before you go to sleep. You're watching TV, make it a habit to open up your app and read some of it during commercials. It's literally something you can do. You want to make it a part of your life. If you make it too overwhelming and taking up too much time, you're not going to do it. So make sure that you choose one of those times. The other thing is you can do this with friends. You can do it alone. You customize it to whatever you want on your own terms. That's what's cool. Right now, anything you guys can take control of, do it, because there's so many things out of our control. We can't control this quarantine. We can't control what others do. We can't control our circumstances sometimes. But what we can control is our mindset. And so whenever you want to make this Bible app a part of your life, you get to take control of that and make it your own. And what I love about the Bible app, the last thing I love is that it's always with you at your fingertips. Now, as a former teacher, especially a teacher of teenagers at Lyndhurst 7th and 8th grade center for Ben Davis, I spent a lot of my time telling students to not be on their phones. But then I started a mindset shift. You guys are growing up with technology at your fingertips, always. So I thought, why not make it work for you? There are a lot of negative things you can do with technology. This is one positive one. This is one where we can say, hey guys, get out your phones. You don't usually hear that. You usually hear put away your phone. But I'm saying get out your phones, do something positive, do something spiritual with it. It's always in your pocket, something you don't forget. So make sure that you have the word and scripture and Jesus in your pocket that you can pull out at any time that you need to. So just wanted to let you know I miss you. I'm praying for you, and hopefully this was helpful, and this can help you to get connected and to stay connected with us. Stay tuned for more videos, and I will talk to you later. Bye.